Well, first off, I'd like to thank our crowd. I know it's not easy, the amount of games we've played, and here we are on a Tuesday night right after the crosstown shootout. Students are in final exams, so the students that showed up tonight, man, a heartfelt thank you for them just being here. I know they have a lot on their plate, as does our players. And then the crowd, it's just great to be in the Cintas Center. Every time we go away and come back, it's a reminder of how special this place is, especially on game day. And tonight we played against a dangerous team, really forces a lot of turnovers. I know we had 19 last 4 or 5 minutes, probably had 4 or 5 as we subbed. I thought we did, for the most part, pretty good job of taking care of the ball. And, one stat that really speaks to our team is, we had 27 assists on 29 made field goals. Very difficult to do. And if you take away the 11-1 burst there at the end that they had on us, we really, I thought, for the most part, had a good performance. Defense, offense, and I just mentioned Sule Boom and Colby Jones. They had 13 assists between the two of them with only 1 turnover. Very hard to do. Also thought Zach Fremantle, 15 and 8. He only had 1 turnover. I thought those 3 guys really carried us tonight.
It seemed like there were moments in this game where your rotational players, the guys off the bench, did some things that I think that you liked. But overall, what were your thoughts on some of those auxiliary players that come in for the starters?
Yeah, right now, everybody on our team is incredibly important. We wanted to continue to develop depth. I thought Jerome Hunter was more of the same, made winning plays and helped us tonight. Jerome does it, makes our team quicker, does it on defense, offensive rebounding. I thought he was more of the same for him. And then really everybody else showed some good signs. But, at the end, in particular, they kept pressing. So you really kind of saw it for what it was. And, we could have done a better job finishing the game. A number of those guys, I think, could have been better at the end. But we're going to keep working. We're going to develop them. I know that each one of them is better today than they would have been 6 weeks ago. And now we have to keep making that same improvement here as we approach the Big East season now.
Sean, was Southern's style of play what you expected coming into this one?
Actually, they didn't play the style that they've been playing until maybe more the second half. Maybe it's something that they're just changing, but they weren't as frenetic, didn't press full court as much. I'm sure some of it is watching our team. We've punished pressure throughout the year. Not that we've been perfect or great, but, with our three-point shooting and, the guys passing the ball, if you press us, sometimes you could, maybe give up a couple threes and different things. But they didn't. And then they kind of went back and forth. But they're very, very quick.
How did you feel about the team's shot selection tonight? I'm just kind of curious, 27 threes, is that a number that you're happy with, or where did you fall on some of those shots that you guys took tonight?
I thought the threes that we took for the most part were good. The way they play, you have to take what they give, and a lot of times they're frenetic, 2 on the ball, trapping, extended. As the ball moves, you sometimes find yourself open from 3. And we want to take those shots. We really do. When Sule shoots it, I'm surprised when he misses. I really am. We have a number of guys that can make 3-point shots. We didn't shoot it as well in the second half. I guess you look at it, we were 5 for 14 from 3 in the first half, and then we were 4 for 13 in the second half. But I thought the 27 threes we took, 25 of them would be good.
Sean, you got to give a little bit of extended time to Cam Kraft tonight. He had 8 points and 4 rebounds. What did you see from him tonight that you liked?
Well, Cam can really shoot the 3-point shot. We see that every day, and we want him to feel good when he's in the game. It was just great to be able to get him in the game. I think communication on defense, just transition defense, the game gets fast. Cam is quiet by nature. We're trying to pull that out of him to some degree. Can be quiet off the court, but good defensive players and good guards in general have to talk. communicate. There's so much communication that goes on, and I do think he's improving in that area. But getting him in the game allows him to kind of see it, and as opposed to learning on film or just in practice.
The non-conference season's done now, and I'm curious, just as a whole, from this challenging non-conference schedule heading into Big East play, where do you think you've seen the biggest growth from this team from the start of the season to now?
Well, we're a better defensive rebounding team today than we've ever been. Defensively, I think we just are making slow, steady gains. Nothing, 0 to 100, but that's what you want to see. Each game, improvement, and I believe we're heading in the right direction. On offense, I think we have a lot of good things, and we have to continue to improve on offense because as we get into Big East play and there's more familiarity, tough competition in every game, we're gonna have to earn our baskets and really execute.
Coach, you played in the Big East. You've talked a lot about the Big East. What are you looking forward to about finally coaching in the Big East?
Well, I know it's one of the best conferences in college basketball. I knew that, when I was at Arizona. I've known it my entire life, really, playing in it like you had mentioned. But, I just think there's a certain level of toughness that exists in Big East play. And, I think that if you love this game, you want to play against the best. And I think that this conference offers each of us, coaches, players, that very challenge right there. And, the toughness quotient, you talk about getting better as the year goes on. Can't do that in this conference unless you have that will and that inner toughness. And I think that's something we're getting better at as well. And I know our guys are anxious to play.